Well, hello there, Internet, and take a good, long, hard look at my face, because it is the last time you're going to see it. Because I have a brand new face. Take a look. Take it all in. I've had some work done. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. So my month of March was actually very busy for tattoos and things because I ended up having 3 separate sessions and a laser session as well in the month of March. That is too much. That is in fact not what I planned for. I had originally intended to have one of those sessions in February, but then my artist had to postpone because his baby was born premature. So, yeah. I ended up going through a lot that month. So let's talk about that. Let's go through them from beginning to end. So first of all, I had some extra lightning bolts attached to my stomach area. Here we are. We have the lightning bolts that I had before on the outsides, here and here. And now we've got some new ones as well, because I just felt like I liked the bolts so much that I wanted more. So I got more. It was a little bit of a whim, but again, not really that much on the pain kind of side of things, which you might find is a bit strange, but yeah, belly didn't really hurt that much. I was quite pleasantly surprised. Okay, so the next tattoos that I got in the second session are this lovely fire and water duo in Japanese kanji. Here we have a nice close-up of the fire one. And it looks like it is on fire. That was the entire point. Similarly, we have this one that means water, looking very splooshy and watery, like flowing, and the artist added bubbles. Because I said to him, this was done by Sazio at Doom Studio. I said to him, like, personalize it a bit, like make it a bit more splooshy, bit more, like add some splashes around the side, and he added bubbles, and I thought that was pretty, unique take on that, because water does tend to have a lot of bubbles in it. And I show you the original designs here that I sort of like just found from online. And yeah, basically said to him, look, personalize them a bit. Keep the colours the same though, because I really like the colours. And he did, and it was really good. And this is the one that had to postpone. So we ended up having that done like mid-March instead of February. So that's why I ended up with 3 in 1 month. And the idea behind the fire and water is actually a little bit on the deep side. So first of all, like, Japanese looks gorgeous. I knew that I wanted something like that because I'd seen the images on Power Rangers, of all things. Like, they actually had a season where they painted these symbols and got their powers from them, and I thought they look really nice. And I thought fire and water, they are opposites, they do sort of like balance each other out. More than that though, I think the placement was also a reference to a song that I really like, and I thought I'd love to have them like on the insides of the arms, which, yes, hurt, but he's good, he's gentle artist, so that's, it wasn't as bad as I was expecting. But yeah, the placement on the inner arms is because of the song Feuer und Wasser by Rammstein, which is not Japanese at all. But the line in the song goes, Feuer und Wasser kommt nicht zusammen. Fire and water do not come together, they do not mix. And it is impossible for those parts of my arms to, like, you just can't, like, fit them together. So that kind of fit that really well. And then we had the third session, which was all of the stuff that you see now. I had a tattoo on my eyebrow before. I will put a picture up of what it looked like. And I basically wanted to, like, make it bigger. So I did some doodling. And I put some pictures up there of the doodles, and that's the result. I found this rose on a tarot card that I like. It's the Two of Swords, and the rose was, like, the swords were sort of curving around it. And I really liked it, and I thought it would fit really nicely in this part of the hairline, and I think it does. The tribal here, show you better, this is also from the Game Boy Advance tribal, which is the same origin for this handpiece and what was supposed to be this handpiece, but then got fucked up. But yeah, this, I absolutely love this. It's really nice. It just fits the shape really well. And yeah, then the neck. So I came up with this idea to have heart with 3, like, swords in it, because I wanted something, like, bold and extreme for a throat tattoo, because they are rather extreme, and it looks fucking gorgeous. And it was about as intense as you might expect. I was actually kind of freaking out about having a throat tattoo, and I ended up using a little bit of numbing cream beforehand. I'm not sure if that even helped, because apparently you're supposed to layer it on really thick, and I didn't know that you had to do that until afterwards. But yeah, what I had to do was just sort of lie there with this pillow under my neck and let him, like, the artist, like, do it. And this, all of the face and neck stuff was done by Kane at Opus, and he's been doing like face and neck for quite some time, so he knew what he was doing. He took it really, really slowly on all of them. He was as gentle as possible. I mean, these ones were not, like, majorly fun, but by the time we got round to them, it was just like, yeah, sure, carry on. I want this. I want this more. But with this one, it was just so agonizingly slow and difficult, and uncomfortable. But, like, lying there for the tattoo, that's one thing. Like, I'm expecting sharp tattoo pain, like needleness. Like, I can barely even remember what it was like now, because it's, like, all gone and healed now. But at the time, I remember it was, like, so bad. But the thing I wasn't expecting was, like, he leans over me, and then, like, this cold metal thing just, like, whacks me in the eye. I'm like, oh my god, what's freaking out going on? What's going on? And then I realised it was his necklace that had, like, fallen into my eye. So we had a bit of a giggle about that. But yeah, like, just lying there for the actual tattoo was difficult. It was difficult to endure it. But absolutely no regrets. Love it so much. I would say that this was still nowhere near as difficult to do as the one on my sternum. That's the hardest one I've ever had to do. And I wish I had used some numbing cream for that. As a sort of piece to go with this, I decided to put in like nice fancy writing, la douleur exquise, which is a French expression. It means the exquisite pain. Specifically, it's referring to love and heartbreak and loss, and you know, even the way that love can sometimes be painful, which is sort of a perfect partner piece for a heart getting stabbed. Uh, you could also, like, I think I can also sort of interpret it as love of tattooing as well, because I love tattooing. It comes with pain. Once it's done, it looks exquisite. Like, it just sort of fits. It just sort of fits, right? On these like different layers. And finally, this star here is basically a inverted pentagram and an inverted cross, like just layered over each other, which is about as subtly satanic as I can get. The other things that I was going to do that day, but we ended up not having enough time because he was late because of a doctor's appointment. I wanted to get my fancy writing here kind of jazzed up a bit, like make it look more legible. And I wanted to get my spiderweb here redone bigger so that you can sort of see it more. But he, like, because I paid for the entire day, he said to me, we'll figure out a time and, you know, you can do the extra hour, sort of no extra charge, because I have, you know, I had booked him for the entire day. So that's fair. So one thing I do want to, like, gush over a little bit is this. I bought myself a tub of Butterlux in the pink gum scent flavour. Yeah. And this is how much is left. It's like, I bought it just before I had the first lot done, thinking I'm gonna need a tub of stuff. And I thought I wanted to try this because another YouTuber that I follow called Treacle Tats gushes about this stuff. So I thought, okay, I'll give it a try. Why not? It's absolutely amazing. It's absolutely amazing. It's sort of light and like when you rub it in, sort of thing, it goes in fairly sort of easily, but it still keeps the areas moist. It's got calendula oil, hemp seed oil, vitamin E oil, shea butter, coconut oil, mango butter. It's everything that's good for your skin. So you don't even need to have tattoos to want this stuff. But I thought I'd give it a go, just to see if I like it, because my usual go-to would be Bepanthen, but I thought I'd give it a try, because if this tattoo YouTuber has good experiences with it, and I knew I was going to need a lot for that month, I thought, let's try it, and I'm so glad I did, because it's just amazing. Hashtag not sponsored. So there we are. That's what I've been doing lately, and I have some important stuff to sort of talk about, but I just knew I couldn't do that without first addressing this, because people are going to ask lots of questions. So let's get that all out there now. The other thing that's been going on is like lasering the tattoos off. Like this monstrosity here, it's just awful. It's faded pretty well, but because laser is a difficult and long process, it's just we've got to let the area heal a lot. I had these ones redone yesterday actually, with the laser machine. Just trying to get rid of those spikes because I don't like them anymore. They are a bit wonky and a bit shit. I'm hoping to eventually fix up this whole hand area once this has been lasered and treated by, like, you know, getting rid of the scar tissue and everything. That is the hope. However, everything here that you see that's new, I'm absolutely in love with. I catch myself in the mirror and I think, oh, I forgot I did that. Oh, that's really cool. That's fucking badass. Do you know? So yeah, until next time, non-binary is valid, goddammit. And I'll see you soon. Bye.